The next talk is by Mohan Pradhan, and he's from HealthNet in Nepal, and will be on open source software and LiveDVD with reference to VuFind. I think this is quite a big project that has been going on for quite a while, as far as I know, so I'm very excited to hear more about it. Please go ahead, Mohan.
First of all, I would like to thanks to the organizing committee for giving me opportunity to present this paper. This paper aims to use my personal experiences that is being used to go virtual in the wake of COVID-19 as an entryway into a discussion on the broader implications around transitioning events online. It gives both practical recommendations to library professionals as well as broader reflections on the role of digital library during the COVID-19 pandemic and beyond. I have drawn my experiences based on the software LiveDVD, which consists of the following 5 software: Koha, DSpace, VuFind, WordPress, Subject Plus, as well as literature review. And there is some background is needed why we are developing this type of things with the VuFind. The main reason is that users are habituated to use software like Google, where all the information are available at a single point of access. In library, users have to use different software packages for different purposes: Koha for catalog, DSpace for full text, WordPress or Drupal for website, Subject Plus for related links. To overcome this type of problems, a software has been developed which harvests data from all the aforementioned software. This data can be accessed from a single point of access. The name of this software is VuFind. VuFind harvests data which has MARC and XML format. To provide the services and the configurations. To provide the services from the single point of access, all the aforementioned software has to be installed in a single multiple computer or computer. This software should have either MARC or XML format for harvesting. For harvesting data, one should have basic know-how of as well as the knowledge of librarianship. In developing countries, it is hard to find this type of qualification in a single person, and many organizations cannot afford the cost to employ more than HealthNet Nepal, in collaborations with VuFind software, has developed a LiveDVD which consists of pre-configured software of Koha, DSpace, Subject Plus, WordPress, and VuFind ready to use. This software is available free of cost and can be downloaded from this URL of the source force. This is available for 32 bits as well as for 64 bits. The OS being used is Lubuntu as well as Ubuntu. The version being used in Lubuntu is 18.04 and the Ubuntu is 20.04, which we are releasing the Ubuntu 20.04 in the next week. Design approaches. The approaches which we have used is my personal experience working at an academic library, observations of the library's responses with regards to its digital services, as well as the reflections on what can be considered for development now and in the futures. It highlights the current initiatives and best practices for digital library services during a public health crisis. Challenges. So now we are faced a lot of challenges which we know. Challenges being received by library professionals with the outbreak of COVID-19 are listed below, and how this software is helping to solve some of these problems I am describing. Faculty and students are forced to go online teaching and learning. The only way to provide services in this situation is to go to virtual format through digital library services. All the course results are not in digital format. Most of them have to be scanned. Reference services has to be online through chat, FAQ, email, and SMS. The following steps are being used to overcome the challenges posed by COVID-19 to provide digital library services through LiveDVD. Reference services, library chat is being so I have listed the 5 software packages, and I have also listed the problems. So how these problems are being sold by this software. I am listing these things. Library chat is being incorporated in Subject Plus. These services can be used through API via a website being developed in WordPress. Library answers can be done via VuFind and WordPress through STI services, SMS, and FAQ. Change the classroom instructions form by adding the link to the information literacy online guide. This can be done through the Subject Plus. Providing full text electronic resources. There is increasing demand of full text services in electronic format. This can be provided through DSpace. For copyright issues, DSpace can provide access through password protected. Using web page. The services being provided in electronic format is through different software. This has led to library professor to create a web page where all the information can be provided from a single window. The most easy software to be used for creating web page is WordPress. And we have incorporated this in LiveDVD. Harvesting of data in the use of the VuFind software. VuFind provides harvesting of data through different software, Koha, DSpace, Subject Plus, Moodle. The harvesting of data allows to access data from a single point of access. People are habituated to use web page to access data. For this, these harvested data can be accessed through website via VuFind plugin. We have developed a plugin which can be used in WordPress for accessing the data from the VuFind. In open source software, we are using the third-party software. In this context, there is always a problem of up-to-date documentations. Example, in Koha ILS, we are advised to use MariaDB database recently. By default, MariaDB installation is not secure, and we have to run the MySQL secure installations. For doing this, there are so many things we have to do and which are usually not documented in particular software. To solve these problems, we have prepared documentations based on our experience at the time of installations of the software, Koha, DSpace, VuFind, Subject Plus, and WordPress. These can be accessed from our website, training.vufind.org, and wiki of VuFind software. We are also doing continuous research so that documentations with ease of use can be provided to users regarding the software being used in LiveDVD. Another objective of VuFind is to incorporate new features in the software being incorporated in LiveDVD. For example, we have incorporated Elasticsearch and Kibana in Koha ILS instead of Zebra. Develop plugin for Subject Plus VuFind to be used in WordPress. And there are also many other things which we have listed in Koha and other software packages. VuFind is also publishing a book based on the materials being developed at the time of training courses. This book incorporates software, Koha, DSpace, VuFind, WordPress, and Subject, because we like not being prepared by us and to publish it. We like to test it, and we are testing it as a tool in the training courses which we are going to organize in the next month. Our objective is to publish a book which is field tested. Tool for field testing is training course being conducted by VuFind software. This is the front page of the LiveDVD software packages where all the software are placed in at one place. So this is Koha admin, Koha OPAC, DSpace, JSPY, and then Subject Plus, VuFind, WordPress, DSpace, XML UI. Objectives of the website training.vufind.org. The objective is not only provide the training courses, but to make the documentations available which we have prepared during the training courses and tested at the training courses, and prepared while preparing the LiveDVD. Provide training courses in digital library technology. This is and the unique feature of the training courses is that 50% is theory and 50% is practical with case study. Provide library resources online with access to full text documents for installing and configurations of Koha, DSpace, VuFind, Subject Plus, and WordPress. Provide live DVD of the following open source software: Koha ILSD space subject plus WordPress, Exim mail servers, and VuFind, along with documentations of installations of aforementioned software. Provide subject guide in digital library technology. Need-based documentations. Our objective is to fulfill the gap of documentation developed by software developer. Special focus is given while installing multiple software packages in a single server. Library cannot afford to have a separate computer for each software. And there is a contradiction between software packages due to the port numbers. So we have also taken care while installing these software packages in the LiveDVD. To provide better services and empower you, we have collected basic data regarding your know-how of computer OS, and some months back we have organized the webinar on the digital library technology. Based on that, we have collected the data. Based on that, the library DVD is being upgraded. And in the forthcoming training courses on digital library, these features will be implemented, and we are providing the documentation based on that data. Empowering the library professionals. The majority of library software being used globally is either open source itself or relies heavily on open source components, especially the Linux operating system, which underlies much of the internet. Operating the Linux operating system requires significant technical computer skill. Many library professionals lack this technical know-how. As a short-term solutions to overcome these solutions, a bootable pre-configured LiveDVD has been created to allow teaching and evaluations of popular web source library systems, open source library systems. To make the most of these systems, potential system administrators will need to gain a better understanding of how they work. The long-term solutions to open source technology is technology more accessible to libraries is to enhance the skills of library professionals through formal training. To facilitate this solution, the VuFind software is organizing a training course on building and configuring digital library infrastructure using the aforementioned software, that is Linux operating system, Koha, DSpace, Subject Plus, WordPress, VuFind, and related software such as the mail server, Exim. VuFind software is conducting training courses of 2 months duration from the next month. More details of the software and examples are available in the website training.vufind.org. The LiveDVD will provide the solution to the existing problem of configurations faced by library professionals. If any person likes to know the details of pre-configuration being used by us, then one can take training course of digital library technology. You can get the documents from our website training.vufind.org free of cost. We are also providing a training course which I have already told. It is a 50% theory and 50% hands-on library practice with case study. This training course is run by VuFind Software in collaboration with the experts of India, Nepal, Pakistan, and US. The tentative date of beginning the training course is November 2020. So this is my presentations. And then if you have any questions, I will be glad to provide the answer.
Thank you very much, Mohan. Chris, I think there's one question actually.
Yes, one question just came in. You can see if you, Mohan, you can see if you click Q&A, but I'll read it for everyone. What is the configuration and space requirement to install all of the softwares together through LiveDVD?
Configurations
and space requirements. How much computer space do you need to install all of the software?
All of the software, because the LiveDVD maximum space is the 4 GB. But once it has been installed into the computers, it depends upon the size of the data which you are entering. But the minimum space is 4 GB.
Thank you.
And the RAM needed is minimum 8 GB. And then the required and preferable the computer configuration is i3 and above.
if there's no other question, I would like to ask two questions actually. The first one is you are mentioning a WordPress plugin for VuFind. Could you talk a little bit more about that one? And also, I saw that on the LiveDVD, Moodle is included, and I would like to know if there are any plans or if you know anything about connecting Moodle with VuFind, maybe in terms of sharing literature lists for seminars or something like that.
Yes, module has also XML format. So since VuFind can harvest the data through the XML format, so this can be easily harvested as the data from the Moodle to the VuFind. And then we are showing the demo these things in the training courses.
Oh, great. Okay, and the WordPress plugin?
Yes, we have developed the WordPress plugins for VuFind, the subject plus. We have developed two uh, two plugins.
Okay, so it's a Subject Plus plugin and a WordPress plugin.
Subject plus plugin for the WordPress, which can be used because ultimately users are habituated to use through the web pages. So because there are different software packages, so from the one single point to operate these software packages, because at the back end these software packages are running, but in the front end only the web page runs. So to integrate these things, we have developed the plugins wherever necessary.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So any further questions?
I'm not seeing any further questions.
Okay, Mohan, thank you very much again for this talk.